I think a safe space is like a big warm hug, if you're into hugs. It's a place where you feel heard, where you feel supported, where there's no judgment. It really is a very nurturing place for people to come when they're in distress.
A safe space, our safe space, is a beautiful, comfortable, warm environment where anyone can come who is feeling lonely or isolated or emotionally distressed or thinking about suicide.
You're not going to be assessed, you're not going to be triaged, you're not going to be sent off somewhere else. You're just here to be supported.
So it started as a discussion in our suicide prevention network, discussing how we can support people during a time of crisis, to find a safe place to go and get support.
It was the Roses in the Ocean coming in with that seed funding that could give us that capacity to do something that had been talked about for so long, and we could give life to those ideas now.
When our guests arrive at the Macedon Ranges safe space, they are greeted by our trained peer volunteers in a very warm, non-judgmental environment. They're free and welcome to come and have a cup of tea, have a chat about what is going on with them, or just sit quietly in a space that's safe for them.
At Safe Space Blackwood, guests arrive into the kitchen area, which is like a really warm, sort of homely feeling, and they're greeted there by the volunteers, and then the guests are just really invited to do whatever they feel they need at that point, whether it's have a cup of tea and chat with us or sit quietly in a room on their own and listen to music. We just want to meet them where they're at.
So there's the option to talk with our trans peer companions to discuss whatever they may have going on in their life.
Oh, they can have a drink, something to eat. We've got colouring books, we've got puzzles. We have a sensory room where they can just go in with, dim lighting and just relaxing there.
So if they're wanting to listen to music, if they find that soothing, they can do that. If they want to do some craft, they can do that. We've got colouring in, we've got heavy weighted blankets and bean bags, or they can go and sit outside in the garden. So there are lots of little activities that they can do if they want to, or just sit and chat and have a cup of tea.
I think it's really important, people who really need to talk to someone but don't want to go back to situations that they've found demanding or disturbing in the past, such as in a psychiatric ward or at the emergency departments. Our trained peer volunteers with that lived experience, they know what that's like, they understand that scenario.
I think it gives you a real understanding, it gives authenticity for the person coming into the safe space to know that other people have been where they are now.
Lived experience means that you can really put yourself into someone else's shoes. It means that you can understand where they're coming from, that you're not someone sitting on a pedestal telling them how to live their life by a textbook, that you actually understand where they're coming from. Lived experience is, I think, crucial for the role and crucial to provide the support for the people coming to visit us.
I've been pleasantly astounded that so quickly people are talking. And wow, I thought it was going to take ages actually, but we've had so many people reaching out saying, we want to know more, please teach us how to help.
I guess the biggest change might be the connection between people, and not just the people who come as a guest to our safe space, but also our volunteers. I think it's the connection between everyone.
I've been really surprised at the number of local people that want to be peer volunteers, and that peer volunteers here, they feel they get a lot out of it. I mean, every peer volunteer who finishes the shift feels better than they did when they started as well, because they want to contribute.
I feel like since the Safe Space Blackwood's opened, people are talking more about suicide and suicide prevention. I feel like it's becoming more acceptable to have that conversation and to say the S word in our town. It's the #1 killer of people under 45, and how are we not talking about this more? So I just think that awareness has been the biggest change for us, which is absolutely wonderful.
As we get the word out and people start to understand exactly what they can expect here, I hope that people in their darkest moments know that this is a safe place that they can come, and that nobody is alone in their darkness.
My hopes for this safe space going forward are that it helps to give people an option, that it becomes a bit of a harbour for the community.
I hope that more and more people start coming here who do want to have those discussions. It's been very sad that we're still losing people to suicide in Castlemaine while we're open. We'd love them to come in here and just have a chat, you know. We want to reduce the suicide rate here and make people feel that warm, understood and supported.
I would say please come and see us. Coming into a new place is always scary, and we know that. It takes an enormous amount of bravery to walk through the door.
Go for it. I wish that I did come in earlier. I knew about it, but I held off for a bit, and that's probably my biggest regret, because I could have been receiving the support that I've been receiving since coming in if I just took that step.
It's okay to reach out, to just take time out, to gather, to ask for help, or just ask someone to sit with you.
You come here just to be able to relax and talk to people who want to listen to you, and no one that's going to make you feel bad for whatever you're doing or who you are, because everyone just enjoys having everyone else around. You just come here and relax. You don't even have to talk. You know, if you just need somewhere to come and sit down and feel like you're safe, then this is a perfect place for it.